Hello, my lovelies. Sorry about that. Always takes a while to kick in for me to actually see it. So let me just drop some bits into the chat and see who joins in. Hello, Iman. How are you, my lovely? Right. Okay. Oh, my candle's gone out. I thought it might. Always so annoying when there's loads left in it. There we go. Just sit here drinking my tea until anybody joins in, but at the moment there's nobody around, so I am quiet at the moment. Why are you afraid of spirit? Iman, all they're trying to do is make you aware that you've got nothing to be scared of, because it depends. All that is real is your conscious awareness. Whatever you're believing, whatever you're telling yourself is all that out there is. So you, in order to see the changes, you have to change what you are thinking, what you're assuming to be true. And they're trying to tell you that for anything in your life. You know, again, just because your father has physically left his body, where's he gone? Back into energy, and all energy is connected. So although you can't physically touch him, he's still there, very much the same. Okay, doesn't see, hasn't got the ego self, but is back in love and light energy. Okay, where you are, we're all love and light energy. Okay, it's just that when we come into this human body, we forget that. And that's why spirit is trying to awaken as many people to that fact that they're not holding you to ransom. They're not stopping you. There's no one God stopping you from having anything you want. I used to think that my spirit guides were stopping me from getting what I wanted, because I had to learn a hard lesson, or I'd probably done something evil in a previous life and was reaping my karma. No, I've come to realize through spirit's help, because they could see how traumatized I was several years ago, that if I don't change how I think, because all that is reality that out there that you're experiencing physically, man, is an assumptive world. It's not real. Okay, the real reality is whatever you are thinking in the moment, from moment to moment. So if you want to change the assumptive world, you have to change your thoughts within. And when people don't, and they are wondering why nothing's changing, it's because you are not identifying with the version of you that has what you want. Okay, so it's not because spirit is telling you off, it's that they're trying to make you understand that you can ask, you could have a tarot reading and every hour throughout the day, nothing is going to change. The reading is not here. Remember, any tarot cards, any crystal ball, any pendulum are what? They're tools, just like techniques are tools in the law of assumption. Okay, they are never to get you what you want. They are to remind you of who you are. Okay, so the tools that I use, because yes, I do channel spirit, and I don't always have my cards with me when I can channel spirit, but I'm not a medium. I'm not classed as a medium where I can just stand up in front of an audience and say, oh, I can see your Uncle Fred here or whatever. Okay, so I'm not a medium, so I do need the tools to help me to get more of their energy through. Okay, yes, I do feel them around, you know, even my little doggy that's passed away. Sometimes we go on a walk, she's not with us. Other times I know she is with us. Okay, we're all energy, just like sometimes you feel your dad around and other times you don't feel your dad around. Okay, so again, don't be afraid. You're only being afraid of yourself. That's what's stopping you getting what you want, because you're relying on something outside of yourself, man, to change when you're not identifying. You haven't changed your identity or how you're seeing people. And my lovely, I don't predict who future husbands are. So, I mean, I do when it's fun, general readings, okay, just for like shorts or whatever, but it's open up to a million people. The reason being is because years ago, when I used to go to psychics and tarot readers in my early 20s, I'm nearly 60, okay, they would tell me a whole load of stuff that, you know, oh, you'll only be married once and you'll have 3 children. Well, I've been married twice and I've got 2 children, and I'm definitely not having any more. Yes, there was a time in my life when I could have had 3 children, but I decided at that point not to. You have free will. A lot of people get married and then divorce. So no, I don't do predictions for future husbands because I don't go past sort of 12 months. That's why. Sometimes spirit will give me more, but it's very rare, because you could decide in 6 months time, oh, I don't want to get married, I want to stay single, or whatever. Okay, we're always evolving and changing. Yes, Iman, good. Yes, I mean, sometimes when I look at the tarot cards, they move. A certain part will move on here that draws me to it. Okay, so not always, but sometimes. And whenever I felt spirit in the room with me, I never go cold. It's like static, like goosebumps, but not because I'm cold. Yeah, and years ago when I worked in an office, I hadn't long started there, but I kept feeling the energy of a young male in our office. But the office building was built purposely for that business. Okay, so it wasn't like it was an old building. It was a pretty new building, you know, only sort of 10, 15 years old max. But one day when I was at the photocopier, there was a big collage on the wall of like lots of stuff, pictures, and one in particular, and I never paid it any attention. I'd never sort of gone up and looked at it. Anyway, I was drawn to it, and it was like this man was sort of waving to me, beckoning me. So I went across to it and looked at it, and I noticed that it was a whole photo, you know, a big frame with lots of photos in it, but it was dedicated to a young guy who used to work there, who had passed away from an illness, a disease. So anyway, I said to the other girlie in the office, I said, you know, do you know this guy? Because, oh, I've seen this and I can feel a presence and that. And she said, yes, we were very good friends. Me and my partner, we were very good friends with him. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, I was at the photocopier again, and he was beckoning me over again. So I thought, well, why is he still sort of calling me to him? Anyway, for some reason, about probably a month later, I was making a cup of tea before I went to work, and suddenly my brothers popped into my head. And I thought, I wonder if they knew him. And it turns out, when I asked my mum, she said, first of all, how weird, because she'd found some old photos and the day before that I'd asked her, and there was a picture of him in it, because he used to be best friends with one of my brothers. Now, my brothers are the eldest of I'm the eldest, but there's 15 years between me and the next one. Okay, so my mum remarried and had 3 more children with my stepdad. Okay, so it's not like I was off having my own children when they were that age, sort of thing. So that's why he had a personal link to me via my family that I was not even aware of. But he kept coming. But it was in that photo that it was like he was sort of waving at me from the photo, from across the hallway. You know, it wasn't close. It was just, as I looked round, it was like this, come here, you know, look at the photo, see who I am, and then you can find out why I'm. And then I never felt his presence in the office again. From that day that I'd understood who he was and why he was summoning me was because of that. It was really, the detective work behind it was amazing. Yes, I mean, and again, you know, if he'd have physically appeared, even though I know that there's spirit life, I'd have probably shit myself. Just like if your dad suddenly physically appeared in front of you, it might be a bit of a shock. Okay, there's even ghost hunters who, when they hear a knocking or whatever, they shit themselves, and they're supposed to be, you know, dealing with them all the time. They're scared. So spirit usually for me, when I see them, will come through, because I'm more clairaudient, which means hearing rather than seeing. Can't think of it. You know what I mean. Anyway, and my lovely, sorry. What is, excuse me, your question? And so, Iman, yes, he probably was catching your attention through the photo on the desk. You saw it out the corner of your eye move, you know, and it attracted you to him, and it's him saying hi. And for the next 12 months, anything that needs to come out. Yes, you can, my sweetheart. Which pile which deck are you drawn to? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Five. what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your current energy, Ange. Then I'm going to look at love and relationships, and then sort of work and money, if that's okay. Are you okay with that? Because I'll do 5, 10, 50, 5 cards, 5 cards and 5 cards, okay? So that we're more specific in those areas. Are you okay for that? Okay. So let's just look at your current energy, because sometimes, again, we're all just energy, okay? If you take away our skin and bones, we're all energy, love and light energy. So although we've got a physical body, everything that we want is connected to us by energy, okay? The whole world, everything is energy, okay? So you've got to be matching the frequency of the energy of the things that you want rather than what you don't want, because when you're focusing on what you don't want, you're worrying and stressing, you're going to get more things to worry and stress about. Whereas if you're focused on gratitude and love, which are high frequency, okay, then you're going to get more things to love and be grateful for. So any advice, any guidance on Ange's energy at the moment, anything? Okay, so this card straight away, now you either may have just gone through this or they're advising you to do it, okay? They can never tell you, but just advising you. So what's this doing here? Look at this horse that is sort of dead, okay? So they're wanting you to shed the old and become more energetic and more energized, especially in these autumn or fall months, okay? So October, November, December. Release anything that's not serving you in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your physical world, that is not serving you, that's just keeping you stuck. And also physically, you know, become more energized as well. So perhaps sleeping better, eating better, or, you know, just feeling more energized. Here. Yeah, because here, okay, the reason they're asking you to do this is to release anything that's just keeping you stuck, not motivating you, not making you feel lifted or energetic, is because either emotionally or financially, the pentacles for me are emotions or financial, okay? You just feel a little bit despondent at the moment, sometimes feeling that people aren't understanding you, not listening to you, you're not being heard, you don't seem to be seeing any changes, okay? So you might be feeling a little bit down in your energy at the moment. So Spirit is saying, let's have a little, you know, release what's not serving you so that you can feel more energetic, okay? Especially if you're wanting, you know, love and romance. If you're in a lower energy overall, then, you know, you're just going to sort of get dross, if you like. You're not going to get the man of your dreams because you're not in a hive vibe, if you like. Let's just look here. So watch your thoughts. Okay, why? Because your thoughts are the energy. Okay, your thoughts are energy in motion. Your thoughts, what you're thinking in your head all day long, from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep, is what gets projected out into the outside world, into your physical world, okay, and reflected back to you as unwanted or wanted. So it says here, it's important to only think about what you desire or what you want and not what you fear or what you don't want. Because if you keep thinking about what you don't want, you're going to get more things of what you don't want. And if you think about the things that you do want in a nice, yummy way, okay, then that will come to you. because it's all a reflection. Okay, so do a little bit of self-reflection as well. When was the last time you checked to see what thoughts you were having? Thinking and worrying and stressing, oh, I'm not good enough, or I don't have this, or what will my husband look like, or what will this, or what will that? You know, all the ifs, whys, buts, maybes, ands, hows, and whens, when you're not being in the present moment, because whatever you're thinking today is going to be your future. Okay, so watch your thoughts, my lovely. Only have pure thoughts. Pure thoughts, like when snow falls, it's pure, but when you start trampling around in it and driving around in it, it becomes muddy. Okay, because what happens is that us humans have delicious thoughts, because whatever you desire is yours. Okay, the fact that you desire to be married, it's a done deal. But then our thoughts come in and give us all the reasons why we can't, or put obstacles and start self-sabotaging. Okay. So whatever you're doing in here, within, in your thoughts and feelings, is what's going to be pushed out and reflected back. Okay, so what you sow, you're going to reap. Stay connected. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as divine source, because we are all energy from love and light energy. But we come into this physical body, a bit like getting into a car, to drive us around on this earth while we're here. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to source. So to reconnect back to your inner world. Okay, looking at what you're telling yourself, and change the thoughts that are not in alignment with what you want. Okay. Let's have one from Archangel Michael before we go into love and relationships. And again, you created this situation, you have the power to change it. Meaning your thoughts created what you keep seeing by the way you're thinking. Okay, so when I have clients come to me who are like, I just seem to have no luck with men, or men don't want to commit to me, or women don't want to commit to me, or, you know, they always go off with somebody else, or whatever. It could be, I've never got any money, or whatever. Okay, when they change their thoughts in alignment to what they do want. Okay, so of course I'm loved. Of course I can have a loving relationship. Okay, then things change. So thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power, because we are very powerful. We just don't use it in the right way. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. So basically, each moment in time is like this canvas. You're deciding what you're painting on it. A picture you want to look at, a picture you don't want to look at. Okay, because whatever you're painting in your thoughts right now is going to be what comes in. Yes. And it's usually just because you've had experiences, or you've personal experiences, or you've seen other people, okay, having those experiences. And we have our ego selves, that part of us that is seeing what we don't like, or we've experienced it, and it's trying to protect you, stopping you having what you want, because it draws you back into the comfort zone of, yeah, but you tried that, remember, and it didn't work, and look what happened. Don't do it again. We like to be nice and comfy, wallowing around. Okay, so you just have to remind yourself, you are not your thoughts, and you are not your body. Okay, you have control over your thoughts and over your body. Okay, so you can do healing, you can do, heal any ailment, you can change your thoughts to in alignment with what you want. So if you're wanting a loving relationship, but you're over here worrying and stressing that every time you meet somebody they don't want to commit or whatever, and you're getting on and nothing's going to happen and blah 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 blah, whatever you're thinking, okay, self-sabotaging is not matching the energy of what you want. Remember, everything already exists, creation's already done. So let's look at their advice for you regarding your love life. So advice for Ange regarding her love life over the next 12 months. Okay, so things being revealed to you. Going to be something revealed to you that's going to take your breath away, I heard. That's going to, in a good way, not in a, oh my God, in a, oh my, wow, I wasn't expecting that, okay? So let me just carry on. Yeah, from a man. Okay, so it's going to be from a man who is very loving. Okay, who is very loving. Might be from a different area that you live in. Might be even from abroad. Okay, but even if they're not, okay, they are somebody who is loving and caring. Might be a bit of a social bunny as well, meaning that they like to go out and socialize. Let's have a look here. Let me try one of these. Some of these aren't always, don't always fit in with the readings, but let's see. Any more on this one? But he could blow a bit hot and cold, okay, because of how you see love. Okay, so I see what they're saying here. They're saying to you there is somebody coming in, whether you already know them or not, okay. I am hearing that they are free, okay, so I don't feel that they're in a relationship. But it's never about other people. It's how you're seeing yourself. Are you seeing yourself as loved, adored, cherished, worthy, good enough, beautiful, someone who always gets chosen and prioritized? Okay, because if you're identifying to a version of you that is, well, I never get chosen, I never get prioritized, I'm never loved, I'm never this, I'm never that, okay, then that's what you're going to get. Okay. But so, and also, so how you see yourself, how you see love. Men are always going off with other people. Men are non-committed, etc., etc. Okay, so sometimes it's how you're seeing your life, how you're seeing yourself in relationships, how you're seeing men, how you're seeing love and relationships. Okay, overall, that is why you're going through these hot and cold relationships. Okay, hello Sadie, my lovely. So Spirit is saying when this person comes into your life, I don't know when, as we've been asking over the next 12 months, but when this person comes into your life, it doesn't matter how many partners you have, if you are not identifying with the version of you that is loved and adored, is chosen and prioritized, is supported and committed and devoted to, okay, before you see it physically. Remember, it's a reflection. Whatever you're telling yourself inside is what you're going to see turn up, okay, in some others are just messengers of how you're seeing yourself, what you're believing, what you're assuming, what you're expecting, and what you're going around telling yourself all day. So what they're saying is, we want you to do this so that when this person comes in, the relationship doesn't go back to hot and cold, where you're having problems again, because it's like, oh, well, that now, you know, I've opened up my heart to somebody and now they're going away again, or this, that, and the other, because of where your thoughts are. Okay. So yes, they're saying free yourself, take back your power, take back control over your thoughts, over your feelings, okay, and say, no, this is what I'm wanting. What I desire is to be married. So start to feel like Ange, who is loved, who is somebody's wife, okay? Start thinking from it as that person and not just of it, okay? I am so happy and thankful to be in a loving, committed relationship with the man of my dreams. If you keep feeling like that, shifting your energy and letting go of the old, like, oh, I'm Ange, who's single and hopefully might meet somebody one day, okay, but I've been through some drossy people, okay, not committed to, then see the difference in energy. Because whatever you want is yours, okay, but it's how you're thinking about it. And let's just bring in one of these. Okay, I can see why they're bringing these out. So they're saying, let go, okay? As you surrender the need to control, the how, the when, you know, am I going to meet somebody? When's it going to be? Blah, 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 blah. All worrying and stressing, feeling like this card. Oh, I don't know. Okay, no, we're going to get rid of that. So they're saying, as you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy, feeling loved, feeling happy and grateful for something you want. Okay, even though you're not physically seeing it yet, remember, everything's got to be done within. Watch your thoughts. You can listen back to this reading when it's posted, you know, at the end. It will be on my channel. So your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Okay, it's important to only think about what you desire and not what you fear. Fearing that you're not going to find somebody or be in a relationship, or it might be a couple of years. No. Okay, you're going to start to feel loved. You're going to tell yourself, I've always been loved and chosen. If you do always, it revises the past. A lot of people don't understand that the past is not set in stone. Okay, you can revise it by what you're assuming. So between autumn now, and what do we have? Them telling you about autumn here. Okay, to next summer. So the summer months, I mean, I don't know where you are, but from where I am, between now, October, November, December, to June, July, August, if you can shift your energy, let go of worrying and stressing, this man will come into your life, whether you know him already or not, and you can have that loving relationship. Okay? Doesn't necessarily mean you'll be married in that time, as I haven't got the marriage card, but they're saying at the moment, in your energy and thoughts and feelings, you're over here and what you want's over here. Okay, and you're trying to get to there instead of shifting your identity. Okay, I am loved. I am always prioritized. Of course I'm chosen. Why wouldn't I be? I can have any man instead of, oh, I can't get anybody. Shift your energy. Okay, shift your energy, my lovely. Right, let's look at work and money. Okay. Again, with work and money, okay, especially work, there's either somebody around you who's bugging you, who's a little loud or a bit overpowering, okay? So Spirit is saying be patient. Again, it's how you're seeing them. Remember what you assume, what you believe, what you're expecting. So if you're expecting somebody to be an arsehole, they're going to keep being an arsehole because you're expecting them to be. Okay, if you expect them to be very respectful, very appreciative, very helpful, then they will be. Okay, when you keep expecting that and assuming that from them. So also is that you are a hard worker, but you need to slow down a little bit. I just heard. Okay, so you might be somebody who rushes around and, you know, or can be a little bit straight to the point with people, and Spirit is just saying, just go with the flow, calm down a little bit, okay? Go with the flow, be patient. Here. Anything else regarding work? and money. It could, you know, as well financially, you might get money, spend money quickly, and then be like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Okay. But it's just that overall sense of, if there's somebody around you in your workplace that is very overpowering, then don't keep giving them that power. Remember, we're all attached with energy. So if you keep assuming or expecting somebody to treat you a certain way, then they will. Okay, even if they're nice the odd day, that your overall assumption and expectation of them is they're an asshole. So they will keep doing things that where you turn around and say, see, I knew they were an asshole. Okay, so shift there. But if it's not anybody physically around in work, then it could be your energy as well. It's just that you tend to rush in and just be a little bit more patient. Or spending money quickly and then not having any. Yeah, so think a little bit more. Okay, think a little bit more here. Think first, they're saying. Think first. Regarding work. I'm going to pull in one of these regarding work. But ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Okay, so regarding work, what are you really wanting to do? Okay, what's going to float your boat? Not what you think you can have, because what you desire, anything you desire is yours already. But what keeps it from you is where you keep thinking about it, how you keep thinking about it. Oh, I could never do that. I could never do this. Okay, again, we cannot have a desire that's not meant for us. Okay, so if you worked in a shop and you want to work in an office, look at all the thoughts that you're having that are why you can't work in an office, because you can. There's no limits, only the limits and beliefs and assumptions you're putting on yourself. And I've had many clients who have thought that they couldn't do something, get a promotion, get a pay rise, because the physical world was showing them the total opposite. And I said, no, you start to think from the version of you, identifying as a version of you that has that job. Start seeing it within you, hearing somebody talking to you about it in your inner ear and inner eyeballs, not in the physical. Then that will change. Okay, it's like looking in a mirror. If you are looking in a mirror and you're wearing a red top, and you're looking in the mirror and you're wearing a red top, and you get angry because you were hoping to look in the mirror and see you wearing a blue top, there's no point smashing the mirror. It's not the mirror's fault. You need to go and put a blue top on. So when you want to see the reflection change out there, okay, you got to change the story you're telling yourself within. So break free, dive in. Nothing can stop you, Spirit is saying. Go with the flow, be more patient, think about what you want, either money. Okay, if you want more money, but you keep telling yourself and worrying, oh, I don't have any money, I always get money and I spend it. No, you have to keep telling a new story. And then outside there will change. I've got plenty of money. Okay, I've got plenty of money. And plenty more money will come to you. Okay, overall card here regarding that. I'm going to come into one of these. This one again. So your heart chakra here, okay, your heart gives off a electromagnetic energy 6,000 times more powerful than your thoughts. Okay, and if your thoughts are energy in motion and are bringing you whatever you're thinking about, okay, then your heart area is too. As you as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Okay, so again, thinking about what your heart desires. Whatever you desire is yours right now, Ange. Okay, the loving marriage, all the money you want, the job you want, the home you want, anything that you desire is yours, because we're multi-dimensional beings. We're not bound by this physical body, okay? But how you achieve it in the physical world is by where your thoughts and your feelings are. So overall, if you want what you want, you have to start thinking from the Ange who has it, even though you're not physically seeing it, and it will come to you. But if you keep identifying with the Ange that doesn't have what you want, you're going to keep getting that back. Okay, so I hope this reading's helped you, my lovely. There's lots of potential here. If you watch your thoughts, stop worrying and stressing, start to feel re-energized. Remember, it's just a mirror. It's just a reflection. Whatever you're doing within, as within, so without. Okay, stay connected to your true power self. And remember, you're creating the situations. You're the one painting the what's going on the blank canvas to look at. Okay? Good, good, good. Remember, you can still watch it back at any time. Okay, you were the first reading. Just put the date down so that you can find the live. And then you can listen to it when you start to have a little wobble, start to self-sabotage, start to tell yourself why you can't have it. Look at why you're telling yourself you can't have it, because nothing you can have, be, and do whatever you want, okay? Ooh. Sorry, dog just had my other half come home. Hello to those of you watching, my lovelies. Don't have any moderators in, so I'm just going to drop some bits into the chat. Also, if there's any newbies that are watching, welcome, my lovelies. Hello, Nini, how are you? Here are some playlists that might help you. Also, I've got my other channel here. Advice on how to get somebody back into your life, find a new love, job, whatever you desire. Also on Instagram, I go into lots on that. I don't do any readings on Instagram, but there's lots of advice on how to get what you want, shifting your energy, shifting your thoughts. stick that there. In the description box below, any of my videos on my channel, a list of services, you know, personal readings, past life readings, coaching, all sorts of things, tarot course, lots of things that I do. Tell you what, sometimes having a dog is just as bad as having children. In and out, up and down, round and round and round. There you go. Well, we're on hump day, halfway through the week. Should be downhill from here. Here we go, back again. Come on, right back. Oh, you're a nuisance. You find a biscuit, did you? En route? That's nice. Could we munch a little quieter? Got it stuck in your beard? Here, on your face. Oh, there you go. Ugh. Oh dear. Ooh. Sorry, the dog's having a snack fest. Finding any bits of biscuits lying around, having a good old munch. Ah, good. No, stay there. You're not going out again. Oh no. Nini, sorry, I was off trolling the internet there. Hello, my lovelies. So I have good news. I got a job I wanted. Good, good, good. With the opportunity to work from home as well. Wonderful. That's what you desire. Remember, there was already a Nini that was doing it, so well done. Depends what sort of investigative questions. Hello, Soup Deep. How are you? But congratulations, Nini. There you go. I do love a bit of good news. Remember, there's already a you. If you desire that, there's already a you that's got it. You have to shift your identity of who you're saying you are. You know, even if you start to think, oh yeah, I've got this amazing job. I work from home. I can go in and out when I want. I get X amount of pay. It's all yours. You say what you want. Remember, there's a version of you that's doing everything, good, bad, and ugly. Okay? It's who you're identifying as. Iman, you can email me the question if you want me to check first, if it's something that I would be able to get from my guides. Okay. Oh, fuck. Hello, Neela, my lovely. Yes, I was thinking about you the other day, and here you are. Hope you're okay, my lovely. Oh dear. I am a lot better due to getting over the COVID, but the cough's still there, deep down. Every now and again it gets comes up if I speak a lot or set it off cold weather or whatever. The weather's changed here, so right, okay. Oh, I'm still working. Yeah, it's been I've had it for since the beginning of September, but it is going. I mean, I haven't got the cold or the nasty bits anymore. It's just the lingering cough. Just annoying when I talk to people, that's all, because I'm coughing. But yes, you definitely need to, if you've been kicked out of an apartment again, because you're not identifying as a version of you that can always stay wherever you live. You know, I rent somewhere, and our contract was coming up, tenancy agreement was coming up to be renewed. Now, in the physical world, people's rent has been going up by a couple of £100 a month. Ridiculous amounts. You know, I'm seeing all the time people saying, oh, my rent's gone up by, you know, over 100, 200. Somebody the other day was saying 500. Okay. It's on the news as well. And also people's tenancy agreements not being renewed because the landlord wants to sell them. But no, I know how it works. So I have been saying to myself, no, I can stay in this house for as long as I want to. And it's a favourable outcome for me regarding the rent. This year, they said to us that they don't want to keep looking at it every year. Can they look at it every 2 years? So they've extended it for 2 years without it going for another year and then them deciding. And all they put it up with was less than 50 quid, put it that way. In fact, it was less than 30 quid. So why? Because of where your thoughts are going, my lovely. Right, Iman, let me look at the question first because I'm not seeing it. Or if you put it, I meant, okay, I meant email it to me before you do a payment, but okay, yeah. Right, okay, let me just read this first, Iman, because there's quite a lot here. And I need to pick out what you're actually wanting to know. I want to ask about... Okay. Okay. Right, I'm just figuring how to do this. Yes, Nuala, that's why it's getting better. But thank you. Let me just concentrate here on Iman's thingy here so that I can pick it for where we want to go. Which deck did you say? First of all, deck 1. Okay. Let me just do the it's gone quite dark in here as well. Oh, it's all right. I can still see it. Right. Does O chit chat to Y? Does he gossip? Came to mind. Does he gossip to Y about Iman? Yes, he does gossip. Now he might, to the depth of how far he goes, I don't know. Okay, but he definitely. This is my card of communication. Okay, so that's showing for me, because obviously there's no actual tarot card, but for the sun is communication for me as well as being happy and positive. So that's saying when I'm asking, does he gossip and chit chat, as you call it, to Y about what you've told him? He does, but to the extent of how much detail, I don't know. Okay. And I wouldn't have a card to say that. Yeah, and another one, look. Yeah, telling him, look, hey, you. And what's on here? The sun. That's why I get the sun as that. So he definitely does talk to him about you. So you can confidently say that. But to what extent, how much, I don't know. Okay, and I wouldn't be able to get that information either. And I'm not hearing... I'm hearing... the energy I'm feeling is that sometimes, like when you like with the pink incident, okay, that he might say things, not everything. I don't feel it's everything. It's just the things that make him feel good, that he finds funny or whatever. Okay, he will say to him, oh, you know, Iman was telling me about this, or she said this, and like you would to a friend as well. Okay, if you had a friend with something, oh, you know, a friend of mine, I didn't want to do this, but they said do this, you know, and so it's light banter. It's not to make him jealous. It's not to, it's just general chit chat. Okay, but yes, he does talk about you. Okay, No, no, neither. It's just passing on, just normal talking. Like if you were talking to a friend, you there's no hidden agenda behind it. Okay, so it's just chit chat, just chit chat. Okay, just like if you had a friend and you're talking to another friend. Oh, I had lunch with Sophia, and she was telling me about oh, she's going through a bad time at the moment, you know, and that and not for any do you get what I mean? There's not to make him look good or to feel bad, because O doesn't know how Y feels about you. I just heard, so there's no gain there. There's no competition. Okay, because isn't Y with somebody else at the moment? So O doesn't see it like that. Spirit just brought into mind. That's you. That's your ego coming in. Okay, that's you assuming, oh, am I making him jealous, and am I doing this, and is it doing that? Okay, and Spirit saying, oh, doesn't see it like that. You know, quite often I speak to my husband and say, you know, did you? And he says, I don't see it like that. You know, so whether it's just a man thing that men don't see things the same that women do, I don't know. But so it's not. It's not malicious. It's not gossip, as we would call it. You know, I mean, chit chat. You know, he's just sort of, he just talks about you in a friendly, affectionate way or concerned way. You know, especially when your father passed away, it was like, oh, you know, she's going through, very upset, blah 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 blah. You know, just like you would. There's no nothing, no gain. I'm hearing no gain, no shaming, no agenda I'm hearing here. So let me just see what Y's energy is regarding whether he feels jealous. Yeah, I'm coming to that. And they're asking me to pull one from here. Okay, it's not my jealousy card, but I feel he is, because I know how Y feels about you. Okay, and especially if O is single, then, you know, he's going to be like, this is all about communication. So what he's hearing is having an effect on him as well. Okay, he's trying to be strong when he hears it. Okay, because in the physical world he's not in a position. So yes, it does, just like it would with you. Okay, O mentioned about wife. Has O got a wife then as well? Right, let's look at O's feelings, because I've seen that O likes you as well before. Yes. Oh dear. Okay. Right. So what does O think about you? Okay, for this one is that both did not mention that to me before then. All right, what from my readings? I've not seen the O's with somebody before. I know that you've told me that thingy was why. God's sake, my video is so behind. Just updating it again. Hang on. What I'm seeing here. All right, oh, okay, did you get me? No, I thought you were saying he was calling you his wife. Oh, I see. Oh, man, my wife got me a pink shirt. Oh, I see. All right, I see what you're saying. Okay. I've seen before that he does like you, okay? So I'm not, and I'm getting that again here. I know when I've looked at his energies towards you before, Iman with O, that I've seen that he likes you. Not necessarily in a, although we have the lovers, you know, I've liked other men that I feel comfortable with. Okay, it doesn't mean that I'm romantically see them, don't want to get into bed with them, but I've you know, I know a lot of men that I'm comfortable with and enjoy talking to. Yeah. Okay. He's also, yes, I know what you mean about oh. So does he think I'm flirting with him? No, he just enjoys your company here. It's just banter. I heard banter. I mean, he does think you are pretty, you know, a beautiful person. He does know that you've been through a lot here, you know, with your dad as well. He just wants you. He's like a shoulder to cry on. Okay, you could talk to him freely and openly, and he would be helpful. Is what I'm hearing here. You do make him sometimes question his marriage, I'm hearing. Because yes, he does like you, and if he wasn't married, then I feel that he would ask you out or whatever. Okay, but he is, I feel, sometimes torn. Okay, yes, sort of the male side of him would like to, but then the well, I'm married side kicks in. Okay, so a lot of torn energy, hence the indecision card here. I was trying to tune into what Spirit was giving me here. But yes, you know, he sees you as very beautiful. He knows you've been through a hard time. He just wants to be a shoulder to cry on, to be supportive. He does have, you know, he does like you very much. You know, he finds you attractive. He finds you nice to talk to. You can have that banter between you. That's all I'm sort of getting from it at the moment. But I don't think he would cross that line unless he was single. But who knows? You never know. With Y, again. So where you're saying about his intentions, there aren't any intentions. He's just supportive as work, you know, as a colleague in that work environment. Let's look at what Y is going through at the moment with you. I mean, in his thoughts and that. Yeah, waiting. Okay, waiting. Let me pull out more on here because I'm not getting a lot with that. I heard biding is time then. Okay. Bring me more. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. 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 Thank you. Okay. So I'm just chatting to. I just want to bring in one of these. Chatting to Spirit about that. Sorry. Yeah, definitely. Okay. 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 Right. Right. Okay. They were saying no more. Okay. Not because it's sticking to the 15, because there's more than that, but they were saying there's no need to give you any more. So when with this waiting, he's waiting. I was asking them, what's he waiting for? Okay. And they were saying he's biding his time. Remember, I said I just heard them say he's biding his time because he is getting more balanced in his thoughts. You see, eyes closed, not looking at what's going on out there. Okay, whatever shit's going on out there, he is remaining, getting more balanced and more in control of his thoughts. Okay, because you're the woman with his heart. Okay, he loves you, Iman. I've told you this a zillion, trillion, billion times. He loves you. Okay, he is wanting to take action, but he's a little bit stuck in his situation at the moment. Okay, but he definitely wants to take action here, and Spirit is, you know, the chemistry is there, and this could be the one. This is him seeing you as the one for him. The chemistry is there. Okay, and Spirit just said in my ear, it's off the charts. But Spirit wants to remind you of what? The magician and the mirror. You're the magician. Whatever you are doing in there, who you're identifying as, Iman who is, I am Iman who is, you know, in love with him, but he's not reciprocating it, or there's this conditions, there's this circumstances, or whatever. You're the one getting that reflected back to you in the mirror. Okay, so they're saying here, you know, it is, remember, you've had positive thoughts about this, so things always shift in alignment to where your thoughts have been. So it is showing me here. And I've always said that where he is at home is dead to him. And that's been like that for a long time now, hasn't it? You know, I remember when you were getting readings before where it was like, what's going on? And it was coming out that at home was shit. Okay, at home is just financial. There's nothing else there that's, you know, you're the one with his heart. You're the one with his heart, okay? And he's definitely waiting to take action. I just feel with this tied up card, he's just got a few things to sort out. Then he's going to leave there. He's going to leave there. And whether you accept, whether you want to be with him or not. So whatever happens, he's going to leave that marriage. When, I don't know, but he's going to leave that marriage. He's getting stronger and stronger and unbothered by what's going on. Okay, so whatever's gone on before, like say she was like, if you ever left me, I'm going to take you financially for everything you fucking got, or whatever. Okay, whatever. That's just a scenario. Okay, whatever she's been saying or whatever family's been saying, he is now unbothered. He is clear in his thoughts. Okay, I'm unbothered. You can all say whatever you like around there. He's more balanced. He's getting clearer in his thoughts and more determined, especially with how he's seeing you. And like you say, concerned. Okay. You're the woman he loves. Okay, the chemistry's there. He knows that you're the one he wants to have. Now, he will leave that marriage and he will say to you, now, if you turn him down, he's not going to go back to his wife. He will leave that marriage anyway. So it's your choice. Okay, that's what Spirit's given me through today. So his intentions are that he wants to be with you. You're the love of his life, which I've always said. Okay, 100%. I would bet my life on it. Okay. And he's getting stronger in his resolve and his conviction that he is not going to stay in that marriage. Now, whether you know, if he left and he says to you, look, you know, I've got feelings for you, I've always liked you, always loved you, whatever, do you want to be with me? And you said no, he would accept that, he would respect that, he would be sad about it, okay, because he loves you, but he would respect your decision and he would not go back. He would just be single and perhaps go and find somebody else eventually. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. And that was with me closing my eyes and channeling a lot of what Spirit was saying then. Your dad wants to pop in with one, so let's just pop in with what Dad says. I haven't got anybody else who's paid for a reading, so let's just see what's going on. Okay, I've gone all goosebumpy, so I know that your dad's here. Very strongly. So what message have you got then? It's almost like he's giving me a big hug around me. It's on all over my both arms, right over the back of my neck, all over my head. Oh, do you know what I just heard him say then? I just heard him say, yes, I'm giving you a hug because you've helped my girl. Oh, thank you. Okay, because you've made him, because coming through me has made you see that he didn't just disappear because of your beliefs, okay, in your culture, okay. So he's just saying, I've helped you to believe and to look out, instead of you thinking, like, because you would have been seeing those signs and that, but then you might have been thinking, oh, I'm just going mad, this is just grief, you know, don't be stupid, he's not around, he's gone, blah 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 blah. So he's sort of giving me that big spiritual hug here. And he's still here very strongly. So let's see what message he has for you, because it's very strange, but I see why he's doing it. Okay, he's sort of thanking me, but seeing how you are benefiting from it. Right. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, straight away, I'm around you, your sister, your mum. Okay, very much around you all. I'll tell you what, he is around that baby a lot. Your sister's baby, he just loves him. Okay, just absolutely loves him. So get your sister to notice if baby just sort of stares as if somebody's leaning over where he is and talking to him, okay? Because I feel that he's sometimes, get her to look, yeah, the newborn, get him to, get her to see if she's noticed like baby sort of staring as if somebody else is in the room talking to it, okay? Okay, anything else? Yeah, and again, watching over you all here. This is always like Spirit watching over you here. Okay, there's something going to be revealed to you, okay, that's going to be favourable. I don't know what. It could be, as it's a justice card, could be something legally or business-wise, but something's going to be revealed to you that he's been overseeing in Spirit that's going to be favourable for you, okay? Anything else? Yeah, you're going to reap the benefits of something from that. Okay? Going to reap the benefits from something that's going to be revealed to you here. Oh, happy family. Happy family. He loves his family, but he's saying it's going to, something's coming in. It could be that if that's ongoing, but it's going to be, you're going to reap the benefits. Something being revealed, justice card, favorable outcome for you. You're going to get the benefits for the family, and he's sending his love to the family as well. Lovely. And I can feel he's backing off now, so he's sending his love as he's going here. But yes, did you say yes? We've noticed that. Good. Yes, he's just besotted with the baby, the newborn. I just heard him say he's a little ray of sunshine. Oh, he's going to be a little ray of sunshine. In the darkness that followed that as well. Yeah, so a very lovely reading. See, there was nothing to be worried about in that one. Hello, my lovelies. Right, what are we doing for time? Right, is there anybody else looking for a reading that is paid readings only before I come off? Just let me know before I do come off. Again, I would just pop a couple of things into the chat. So any newbies, there are some playlists that might help you get someone back into your life. Even if it's a family member, it doesn't have to be a lover or a friend. Pick a card readings, celebrities and spirit readings. It might be your favourite celebrity in there who's passed away. Also, my other channel, for advice on how to get what you desire, because everything you desire is yours. Also on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram. I don't do readings on Instagram, but I do live sessions on, again, helping you to get what you want. What else? Wanting to book a reading or coaching is in the description box as well. Right, so right, excuse me a moment. Just need to let the dog out again. Tell you about this, so slow. So behind. Oh, thank you, Iman. You're more than welcome. It's very sweet of you. Yes, Nini. Oh, that dog. Come on, nuisance. Put the light on as well. What are you doing? You're an up and down Jack in the Box today. Aren't you? Sorry, I keep updating things. But why do others see tarot as evil? Because of their beliefs. That's all. all tarot is, remember how I say that creation is finished? All timelines already exist. Everything is now. Okay, so when a psychic is using tarot as a tool, okay, tarot is just a tool. So as I was saying to Iman right at the beginning, okay, I'm not classed as a medium, although I connect with spirit. I could not stand up in front of an audience and say, oh yes, I've got your dad here or your mother here. I would need for somebody like Iman saying, can you connect to my dad? Can you connect to, you know, I've got a couple of pet readings to do where pets have passed over. Okay, so I've got a couple of those privately to do. So by using the tools or a crystal ball or whatever, okay, then it is tapping into a timeline where there's already you that's doing it. Okay, so for instance, on Instagram, I had, although I don't do readings on there, somebody who'd watched the channel, who is on my, who follows me on Instagram, said that they had a reading with me because they, let me read it out, blah, blah, blah. So I was tapping into the timeline of where they had moved. Okay, thank you for the reading you gave me. You said I would be moving and I would be in by Halloween. We have managed to buy a place after a long time, and can you believe it? We are moving in next week. Unbelievable, the accuracy of the reading amongst other things you have said. Absolutely amazing, blown away. She's given me permission to put that onto my website as a foo-foo as well, but as a testimony. So it's tapping into a different timeline. Okay, so all options are there. You can have whatever you want. Okay, it's just what you're seeing now. It's like when I get somebody come to me, okay, who is in love with a person, but that person goes and gets married. Okay, I do deal with a lot of people who because of arranged marriages or class differences or whatever, you know, parents are saying, no, you can't marry that person, you have to go and marry somebody in your own class system, and blah, 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 blah. So a lot of my clients will come to me and they'll say, I've heard you saying that if my heart desires that person and I'm in love with them, but they're married to somebody else, you know, I know in my heart that they're the person for me. But they've gone and got other tarot readings, okay, and the other readers are telling them, you're disgusting, you shouldn't be breaking up a home, leave that person alone, whatever. Okay, I've had lots of success stories where it's all about who you're identifying as. If you're identifying and assuming, like Neville taught, Neville Goddard, that you are in that relationship, you're happily married, then it all unfolds. You're not breaking up a marriage. You are shifting your timeline. You're choosing the timeline. All timelines exist within you. So again, it's like anything. People will always find things that they don't like. Everybody has their own opinion. Okay, you get people who are against other religions. Look at what's going on in the world. Okay, one religious group fighting another religious group because of what they believe in. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It's all what you believe in. Some people believe tarot's evil, others don't. A lot of people will even, you know, even different readers see things differently. Everybody sees the world differently. Remember, it's your personal world. How you see the world is not how others see the world, but it's whether you buy into their beliefs and their assumptions and whatever. You don't have to. You know what your heart wants, okay? So there's lots of people who will smudge stick their tarot cards. There's a lot of people who will spray certain essential oils. I don't do any of that because I don't believe in all of it. That's why I've got a million crystals, okay? Because I don't believe in their power. They didn't do anything for me. They're just pretty things to look at. Whereas people will believe and swear religiously that crystals help them for whatever reason. Everything is your world is the assumptive world. What you are assuming and believing to be true is what you will experience. Okay, so I hope that answers your question in a roundabout, fucked up way. But there you go.
Right, anybody thinking of a reading before I come off the live? It is paid readings, but I don't want you to pay for a reading if I'm about to come off. So let me know. I hope I explained it from my perspective. Okay, it's like anything. Some people see money as evil. Some people see love as evil. Religion as evil. Politics as evil. You know. It's never about anybody else. It's what you choose, what feels right in your heart. Okay, not taking on other people's beliefs or assumptions or expectations. You follow what's in your heart because your heart is your true sat nav. Okay, without the ego self. Right then, my lovelies. Before I go, again, anybody wanted to pay for a reading before I go, let me know, put it in the chat now, or else I'm going to wind down this session. And again, Nini, there's all sorts of assumptions and beliefs. I have heard some right horror stories from clients who've experienced other readers. Oh, there's this, that, and the other curse on it. You need to spend thousands of pounds buying these candles and all doing this ritual and all this, and the poor clients doing all these rituals, spending out thousands of pounds on stuff that is just a load of bullshit, basically. There was one the other day I was watching a live reader on there, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, until your energy is a mismatch for mine, but if you donate it will be okay. What the hell? Oh, so suddenly by donating money, suddenly the energy is in alignment? You know, say no more, but you get my drift here. You hear some right fucking horror stories, I'll tell you. Anyway, don't get me on my soapbox, because each to their own. I am going to end the session now anyway. I'm not seeing anybody. Oh, you're reading, paying for a reading. Okay, Nini, sorry. I just saw that. My chat's a little bit slow with what I'm saying here. No, you can stay there. You're not going in and out. No, lay down. No. You're a sausage today, I'll tell you. Right, if you go out, you stay out. Right, that's it. Locked out.
Thank you for the likes today as well. And I have dropped some things in the chat. Playlists that I've got, get them back playlists, how to get somebody back into your life, whether it's a lover, a friend, or a family member. Pick a card readings playlist. They're all relevant, doesn't matter how long ago I did them. Instagram, everything in the description box below any of my videos about what services I provide, what I do. Instagram. Tarot course. Past life readings. Coaching. Oh, another like. Thank you very much. Okay, Nini, what any particular pile that you're drawn to? I know you might not be back in the chat yet, actually. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if I paid the correct. Yes, that's fine. What you know that Spirit usually bring through a couple more cards anyway. Any particular deck that you're drawn to? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Nini, any particular pile, my lovely? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 deck to use? And can you just confirm if you're in contact or no contact as well? Saves me going through both if it does come out. And pile number 2, pretty in pink. That's all right, I was just updating again. It's so time-lagged here. Yeah, Nini, are you in contact or no contact, my lovely? Okay. Okay, let me just pull in some more a minute, my lovely. Haven't finished yet. Advice for you. Oh. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's just have one of these. Loads of cards because they've got lots that they want to reiterate to you. Okay. Right, I think we get the message here. They repeated it with different cards. So, in his energy, what's out, first of all? Wanting to come forward and offer you love. Okay? And when you see the energy and the connection, okay, you will understand why. So he's wanting to come forward, okay, but he's still in his thoughts. Why? Because what you think and feel is what he thinks and feels. Okay, so he's still a little bit chaotic here and going over what's happened in the past. You might still be, you know, in your thoughts still all over the place, which Spirit is saying, okay? You're not identifying as you that is already in the loving relationship. You're just thinking of it. You're not thinking from it. Okay, so it's causing him, but he desperately wants to come forward and speak to you. But then he thinks, oh, but what if? Perhaps I'd better not, because of what's happened and what's been said before, how things were left. So because you're still going over the unwanted story, the conditions, what happened and where you're seeing yourself, that is what getting reflected back. Okay, so Spirit is saying, make those changes. Okay, he wants changes. He's still very attracted to you here. Nobody else is comparing. Okay, the energy in the connection is off the scale. Okay, wanting again to come forward to you, wanting a favorable outcome, wanting that happiness with you. It's written in the stars, you know, as far as he's concerned, you are his true love. He is genuine, sincere, kind, caring and thoughtful. He's head over heels in love with you. The thought of our bodies entwined drives me crazy. So the energy between you both is the same. You want to be with him. He wants to be with you. Okay. What's stopping it is your energy. So Spirit is saying to you, be positive and think about the future you want, i.e. the two of you being together. But take the teachings that they've been telling you, okay, through, you know, I know you listen to me on Instagram as well. What they are teaching people is that you already are in the relationship with him. The reason you're not seeing it is you're still focused on not having it. You're still in your thoughts, okay? Feeling fed up, telling yourself what? The old story. You're still focused on conditions and what's been said and what's happening, and it's stopping you going into this new cycle. Okay, Spirit is saying he's yours. He is passionate about you. He's your man. He's passionate about you. It's true love. He wants to be with you. He wants to come forward, but you're focusing on still not being that, you're not identifying as the Nini that is in the relationship right now, regardless of what 3D is showing you. You're still getting sucked into the dead world, the reflection world, instead of remembering that inside your head is the real reality. The 3D is the assumptive world of what you are assuming and telling yourself. Okay, so you're still looking at the conditions, the circumstances, talking to others, okay, unwanted things still there, instead of focusing and staying on what you want. Okay, so Spirit again is saying to you, your emotional security and financial security is in your hands, nobody else's. It's never about what or who you want, it's who you're saying you are and what you're saying you've got. Okay, see yourself, two of these, the Ten of Pentacles and the beautiful family cards here, feeling secure and seen and emotionally secure. Yes, he did, because you're still focused on the unwanted version. You haven't changed him in your thoughts and stuck with that. Regardless, you're unbothered and unmoved by anything else. Okay, you're still focused on you who's not in the relationship and the version of him, and you're getting that. Remember, people are messengers of the state you are in, not the upset state or whatever. Okay, the where you're dwelling, who you're saying you are and what you're saying you have. Okay, so Spirit is saying, come out of your cave. Stop being in the unwanted world that you don't want and come out into the world that you do. No more battles in your thoughts. Okay, see this as a solid, loving, committed relationship. Stop self-sabotaging and then seeing him turning up angry or things that you don't want. Okay, then the relationship can grow. Remember, your thoughts are the seeds that you're planting. If you're still going in the Nini who is like, I really want this relationship, I know in my heart I love him, but I'm not seeing any changes, I'll do a load of affirmations and techniques and hope that it will work, but you haven't shifted your identity within. You're still coming from the old identity and seeing him as the old identity. You're not in the new identity of you, who is loved, who is chosen, who is prioritized by him, who is the love of his life. Okay, who is irresistible. You're in this loving, committed relationship. He's totally committed and devoted with you. You're not going around being that in your thoughts. You're still looking at what you don't have. So Spirit is saying, you know, he's, you know, it is true love. It's all there. Remember, it's always there. All creation's already done. Everything. All possible outcomes and scenarios and all versions of people. It's already done, but you have to choose. You're choosing moment to moment where you're putting yourself, who you're saying you are and what you're saying you've got. So start from now. Stop going back to what's happened and what's going on out there. Be unbothered, unmoved. Who cares? It's not what you want. Anything that's not what you want, you don't give it energy or attention. Who cares? I'm unbothered. I'm unmoved. I know that I am in a loving, committed relationship because I've placed myself in it internally. Remember, you've got to give it to yourself before you see it out there. Okay, so it's all there. Spirit is just reminding you, you're coming from that, who you're saying you are. Remember, it's never about what you want. It's who you're saying you are. I am Nini, who is a wife or a girlfriend. I am in a loving, committed relationship. Okay, and you don't keep looking back at 3D to see if anything's changed. You've got to make it feel natural and normal within you first before it becomes natural and normal out there. Okay, so again, they're saying, listen to the teachings that we've been giving you. You're the one still worrying and reacting to the unseen and wondering why nothing's changed, because you're still in the old story, identifying as Nini, who is not loved and prioritized by this person. Okay, who is not in that relationship because you're still waiting for it. That's what's stopping you moving forward. Okay, this is true love. They wouldn't have brought this all out. Okay, so you just got the version because of where your thoughts are coming up, arguing, conflict. Okay, because your mind is all over the place. It's not faithful to your wish fulfilled. You keep going out there and reacting back to 3D. And your old thoughts, okay? So make those changes. No more battles in your head, okay? Don't forget, when triggers come up, when triggers come up, they're not to scare you. It's just old thought patterns. You've been so used to being in that unwanted story that when you're trying to change it, okay, it feels, you get those triggers. But just accept it. It is a scenario. It is a potential scenario. Remember, yes, that is happening in one potential outcome. Everything already exists. You're choosing. You're not manifesting anything. You're not doing something to get something. You already have it. You can close your eyes and feel his arms around you. You can hear him telling you how much he loves you. You can close your eyes and imagine him standing in front of you, shouting and screaming at you. You can imagine being on holiday together. You can imagine anything. Everything comes from within. The minute you imagine it or assume it, it's real. Okay? But then you're looking back at 3D and you're going, yeah, but there's this and there's that. And then you're drifting back to unwanted situations, and he said this and he did that, and this is what's going on in my world. Okay, so when you're triggered, okay, first of all, you have to decide, do I want him or not? Okay, do I want this or not? Do I want somebody completely new, or is he the love of my life? You got to decide if that's what you're feeling unsure on. Okay, if you decide, yeah, you know, the thought of being with anybody else just leaves me cold. Okay, no, don't want anybody else touching me, don't want to be with anybody else. Then you have to accept, you choose. Right, okay, so what would imply to me that I'm in a loving relationship? That I am a girlfriend or a wife and that I am in a loving relationship. So it could be him telling you, I love you. Okay, it's also yourself, reminding yourself that you are in a loving relationship. Okay, every time he pops into your head, you could stop and say to yourself, oh, this is because he's thinking about me. Oh, he is desperate to contact me to tell me how much he loves me. And just go about your day. You're not giving it any power. Okay, it's never about ignoring things or trying to resist things. It's accepting them as a quantum potential, okay? But you're not choosing that. Yeah, I see it. It triggered me. But yeah, that's a potential outcome where we don't get that together, where we argue like cat and dog or whatever. Okay, but I'm not choosing that. I'm unbothered. I'm unmoved by that scenario. I'm not choosing that one. I'm choosing the one where we are in love, where we are a happy family. Okay? So, seeing yourself where you're saying, I always feel disregarded of my feelings, okay, that's with everybody. So you're not showing up in your world as somebody who is loved, appreciated, valued, respected, acknowledged, listened to, heard, understood. Everyone thinks the world of me. Everyone will do anything for me. Now, when you start saying that to yourself, it's going to feel alien because you're so used to dwelling in your comfort area of, yeah, that's just me. That's just how it is. Nobody, my feelings are disregarded. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what I do. Nobody cares. So you've been getting people who shows up and says, well, who gives a fuck? Okay, because that's how you're seeing yourself. You're expecting that from people because you've told that story for so long. Okay, so I always look at it as when you're desiring something that's completely different to what you want, which already exists, you're choosing, okay? You're staying within and choosing yourself as somebody who's respected by everybody. Everybody admires me. Everybody loves talking to me. Everybody enjoys being in my company. Okay, now it's going to feel like putting on a new pair of high heels that absolutely cripples you and gives you blisters, and you take them off and you're like, I don't want to put them on again because they're going to hurt. So you don't want to repeat the new story because it's fearful, it's triggering, it's hurtful. But if you don't keep wearing those shoes, they're not going to become comfy and normal where you can just slip them on and go out. Okay, so however awkward it feels, alien it feels in telling yourself the new story, if you don't change out there, because out there is just a reflection. Okay, it's a photocopy. So if you're putting in the photocopy, true love, then you're going to see true love. Okay, if you're putting in my mind's all over the place, you're going to get reflected back to you, copied, the duplicate, everything's crazy. Okay, so the energy is there. I'm seeing it. Remember, that is a potential because it's coming out. True love, he wants to be with you, but you're focused over here and it's here within you. Okay, it's not out there to shift from there to there. You've got to make that change within you, just like you did with your job. What were you thinking about your job? Yeah, that job's mine. That job's got its name on. Oh, I can feel this. I can see myself working from home. Yeah, that's really floating my boat. And you got it. It's no different. Okay, yeah. Of course I'm always chosen. You can let all that go right now. From moment to moment, you're the one that's keeping that old story in place. Okay, so every time it comes up, yeah, I see you. Yes, unwanted thought. Yes, old programming. Let's have this little chat. Yes, that is one scenario. That is one potential outcome because all outcomes exist. That is one version of him. But I'm not choosing that. I'm unbothered. I'm unmoved by anything that says otherwise, that I am a girlfriend or a wife and I am in a loving, committed relationship. Okay, so hopefully that will help you not to feel so scared and not to feel so, oh, this isn't working. You're not doing anything to get what you want. It's who you say you are and what you say you have. If you are assuming that you are a wife, a loving girlfriend or whatever, and you are in a loving, committed, romantic relationship with this person, and you are only in your thoughts thinking of the version that loves you, supports you, adores you, is attentive, caring, etc., then that's what you'll get. But every time you keep going back and you're going back to the unwanted story, you're keeping the new away. That's wavering. That's double-minded. You either have it or you don't, regardless of what the reflection's showing you at the moment. Out there won't change until you are reminding yourself, I either have it and am it or I'm not. Okay? That was the biggest shift for me. And I still go around when I start to sort of, okay, have a little waver there. I remind me, I either have it or I don't. I can't serve two masters. If I'm double-minded, I'm not going to get it. I'm just delaying it. Okay? And my things are shifting so quickly for me because I'm staying in my knowing and conviction that what I want is already mine. If I have imagined it, heard somebody speaking to me about it in my inner world, it will get reflected out and projected out and reflected back. Okay, so it's there. You're just focused still on the unwanted version and the version of you that is not, you're still identifying with the Nini who is disregarded. Okay? Not important, not loved, not chosen, not prioritized. Okay? You have to start identifying with the Nini who is loved, prioritized, and it takes practice, like wearing in those shoes. Okay? If you're going to kick them off and leave them in the corner because they hurt and you don't want to put them on because they hurt, then nothing's going to change. If you haven't changed in here, nothing's going to change out there. Okay? I hope that helps, my lovely. Right then, my sweet peas, I am going to leave that here for today. Don't forget that you can listen back. Nini, you can always book me for a coaching session if you want to, but all the information anyway is on Instagram and on my other channel. I've been doing live Q&As and answering people's questions there, but it really comes down to, you know, I have so many clients who say, you know, Sophia, I'm not new to this. You know, I've read every Neville book. I've listened to his lectures. I've seen like a million videos on YouTube on how to get my specific person back. I've been affirming, I've been scripting, I've been visualizing, I've been doing this, but they're either saying, so how much longer, what's going wrong, or why is nothing changing? So they're still seeing it as separate out there. I'm trying to change out there before I can feel good. Okay, but a lot of them are not changing their identity. They're doing all these affirmations and techniques, but still identifying as the person who isn't loved, who isn't respected, who isn't chosen, who isn't prioritized. So they're still seeing it. Okay? You have to change, and you're not going to settle for anything less. Everybody should be loved, respected, appreciated, and valued. Be worthy, you know, be worthy and deserving of what they want, because it's already yours. You're not here to just survive. You're here to thrive. Okay? So anything that comes up, yes, that is a potential. I'm not denying it. I can't say no, because if you resist, it will persist. But what you're doing is not letting it have power over you anymore. I'm unbothered. I'm unmoved. Okay, that's not what I want. I'm choosing this. And you have to put yourself back into that. Okay, my lovely? Right, I'm going to go. It's getting late here in the UK. So, love you all. Hope this has helped you all. Love and light.